Yeah. Cool. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Missin the Homies. I'm your host, Tony. I have my guest with me for the month, Tone. Tone, hit him with it. How you doing, brother?
You know, I hate going by Tony. You know that about me.
Yeah, well,
Everybody,
I called you Tone,
no,
though,
no,
is
no,
the
no. I
thing.
know, I know, no, no, no. I know. But I
Yeah.
hate going by Tony. But
Okay.
hearing you say, "Welcome to Missing the Homies," I'm your host, Tony. I'm like, fuck.
You're like, frick.
Maybe I do it. Maybe I go by Tony, but just for the intro.
Yeah.
But I don't
Yeah,
know.
maybe. Well, I
I don't
mean, I
know.
don't know why we would change like the intro, like it's my show.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah, 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 yeah,
so
yeah. Yeah, I
so
guess that
listen,
doesn't matter. So yeah.
before
Anyways, I'm good. I'm chilling.
Yeah. So hey, before
Quite
we jump into
literally.
the show, I wanna remind you, I like to begin the show in a special way. I invite my guest and I to break bread, so to speak. So what gas station snack did you bring for the show? I brought a hot dog.
Oh my god.
Oh no, wait. I'm sorry. That's my other show. We should make a podcast. On Missing the Homies, we
Should we
do
do a podcast?
we do we do a bev. So I brought it snowed today, first snow of the year in the old Midwest, specifically Central Ohio. So I brought my third cup of coffee for the day.
Ooh, oh my gosh. Um,
And that's partially because I need it, partially because it's chilly Billy outside. Shout out to Bill, drop a comment. And
Peace.
partially I have no novelty beverages in the house.
That's so fair. So
Yeah.
I
So what
brought
what'd you bring? What'd you bring? Did you bring like the 7-Eleven slice of pizza and a diet Dr. soda?
so the you pulling up with the with the 7-Eleven dog was so unexpected. I got no snack. I haven't eaten today.
Wow.
Aside
Well, let me
from
rub it in by eating and just I can see you getting sick. So I'll just clarify. This is a Nathan's hot dog bought at a grocery store, not
oh, okay.
not off the 7-Eleven roller.
I feel better about that.
I actually let me chew into the microphone. That'll be hot for our viewers.
Oh yeah.
I actually don't know where my nearest 7-Eleven even is, bro.
Whoa, you don't have a direct GPS saved route to your local 7-Eleven?
I genuinely do not know with any certainty where the closest 7-Eleven is. Like I think there's one in the neighboring city of Dublin, Ohio, but
Yeah, I was just like there's two that are within like no, there's probably one closer.
are there
There's
are
like
there a lot of 7-Elevens in Detroit?
in Detroit, maybe.
I
I mean,
mean, and
I
you
feel
know,
like there's a
this and the
lot of
surrounding area.
I feel like there's a lot of 7-Elevens, but there's like four that I can personally think that I could walk to right now. I'm like, damn,
Mm,
yeah. Where would be I guess I don't know which one is my closest,
yeah.
but
You have a favorite? Do you have a favorite 7-Eleven in your little corner of Chicago?
I do. So there's one
Tell
by
us about it.
that's by my comic book shop that is absolute ass that I thought was going to be cool. But there's one a little actually between uh my comic book shop. Shout out to Third Coast. Shout out to Terry.
Dude, have I
Um,
been is that the one that you took me to where your
yeah,
wallet got
with the
magnetized to the
wallet.
side? Yeah, okay. That was a great adventure. Maybe we should talk about that. But that's a cool shop. I wish we had had more time to browse.
Yeah, well, it's pretty small, so there's not
Yeah.
much time needed to browse. But anyways, that 7-Eleven sucks. There's one that is in between that one and my house, and get. Um, that one has an incredible selection of LD, which, to bring it back to the initial question, is what I brought. Oh, we got the merch. And this is my last novelty beverage in the house. So
And it's orange?
it's my fave. I saved my fave for last.
Orange, you glad I didn't say banana? Okay,
Oh,
well, cheers. Crack the top, do the ASMR, let the cat have a sniff, and then cheers.
all right, Jamie. You, me, and Tony. Here we go. Cheers.
Cheers, Jamie. Getting their snooze on.
Cheers.
Yeah, bro. Cheers.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Hey, can we do a quick comics chat?
Yeah.
Comics pod real quick. What's the latest release in the Headlopper series?
Four. The fourth I swear I thought you were gonna ask me about the Coheed and Cambria because I see the releases and they're on actually I don't know. That's why I was like, oh shit, I hope he's not gonna
They're
ask
on
me about this.
7 for the
Okay,
folks
I was
keeping
like, I
score
thought they
back
were on
home.
5 or 6.
They're on 7, or if you're me, they're T minus 16 months until the ultimate edition.
Which honestly, something like that I think is the way to go.
I'm a little too old for single issues. I respect the hustle. I used to be a collector. We got some vinyl up here in the background. I'm just not I just can't do it. I want to like enjoy the art, and for me enjoying the art doesn't require me to like be on the fiendish hunt for the object the art is in. And I'm not knocking it. I think
Yeah.
people
No,
that collect stuff are cool.
I just looked at my pull list and I was like, okay, I told myself I was only going to be following a couple issues that I wanted singles of. And like
Yeah.
when I wrote out everything that I'm like following, it's like 10 series, like 10,
Is
15
Lopper on
series.
your pull list?
No, because
Or you're just waiting for the trade?
I don't even know that it comes out in singles.
Oh, yeah, that would make sense. A lot of indies don't, right?
Yeah. Because like one of my favorite have I ever showed you Bird King?
No.
It's so I read Headlopper because I loved Bird King and it's similar art styles, very similar like high fantasy adventure. Um Headlopper's more like the new God of War games and I feel like Bird King is I don't know, it feels more like Adventure Time. I just think the
Okay.
art is so
You know
cool.
what? I remember you making that analogy.
Hmm.
Like I don't remember the name, I don't remember any details about it, but I remember you like doing a compare contrast for God of
God
War
God of
and
War and Adventure Time.
the unlikely narrative cousins.
Yeah, but so Bird King Volume 3 is coming out this month and I was like, "Oh my gosh,
Nice.
I didn't even know that like I don't follow the releases for I mean, indies are kind of hard to follow along with too.
Yeah.
But
So I'm doing a little half-assed internet research.
yeah,
Um Headlopper Volume 4
which
came
is the
out.
Isle of the Monsters or
No, it's The Quest for Mulgard's Stare.
hmm.
Headlopper 3, I'm going backwards because that's how Amazon is giving to me. Headlopper 3 is Headlopper and the Knights of Verona.
While you're continuing to do your search, I'll be right back.
Cool. And then volume 2, I'll just tell the viewer. Volume 2 is Headlopper and the Crimson Tower. So how many Headlopper books are there? Okay, there's 4, it says. Hmm. Interesting. So, hey everybody, it's Tone. It's the host of Missin the Homies. I just want everybody to know that I'm so glad you're here. Glad you're hanging out with us. Glad you're enjoying the program. If you have any feedback, anything you'd like to see on the show at any time, just leave a comment, man. Get at us on YouTube. We're available. We're there for you.
When
So
you said
anyway, that was how I
Mulgert's,
escaped Diddy's Island. Oh, what?
oh
Hey,
my
well,
God, that's not getting edited out. When I thought you when you said stare, I didn't know it was like stairs. Thought it was like
Stair.
I thought it was like that was so worth it.
What?
Oh, you didn't even see the zoom.
No, I was continuing my half-assed internet research.
Oh, well,
Hey, there
okay.
they are. I know those covers well.
Plague
Now,
of Beasts
if those were the headlopper TPBs from the Metro Columbus library system, they would be all gnawed up from a toddler
from
enjoying them.
Beans.
Yeah.
And then we got I don't know this the Crimson Tower.
Yeah, I
Wait,
liked
so are you guys on 3 right now?
we finished 3.
Gotcha. And
And
you finally
I
got to my
liked
favorite little guy?
I liked 3 the least.
Yeah, I remember you
But
saying that.
I mean, I probably like the story of 2, like the Crimson Tower. I probably liked it better than the first book. But stories like adventure stories, the kind of everybody coming together is just so thrilling. So even though it's like Star Wars, Empire
Yeah.
Strike Back is objectively better, but Star Wars is more fun.
Is Empire Strikes Back, is that the second one that everybody hates?
Technically, it's the 5th one that everybody loves.
Oh.
It's the one that came out second chronologically.
Yeah, okay.
And everybody loves it. It's regarded by most people as the best Star Wars movie.
Oh, then what's the one that everybody hates that everybody thinks is well, I guess
I mean,
that's hard to say
it
now.
could be any of the 11 Star Wars movies depending on who you ask, but
I
I
was going to
think
say that's a pretty loaded question.
in general, most people think episode 2 Attack of the Clones sucks.
That's
A
what the
lot of
one I was
people think
thinking.
episode 1 The Phantom Menace also sucks, but there are a lot of people who were 9 years old when it came out and
And
were
you're like,
like,
this is the coolest
we
thing I've ever
know it's
seen.
bad, but we were the perfect age.
Yeah.
And then I won't speak on the sequel trilogy that Disney put out over the last half decade because yeah.
So, would you say that they're just not for you, the new trilogy, or are you part of the camp that's like
Oh, do you want me to get into it?
they ruined Star Wars? I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't
I
know.
mean, I will
It's
say
either you get into it or I show you this little guy.
you go ahead and put that back. I'll get into it. So I mean, I think part of it, part of it is like a very healthy and reasonable, they didn't make it for me. However, I think that that's kind of like a bullshit, I don't know, argument's not the word, but like, I don't know.
Oh, you can't
Is
see
it
it.
a
It's not
good work of art if only certain demographics can enjoy it? Like, I'm going to use a really politically loaded example.
yeah.
What do you think about the album Lemonade by Beyonce?
Uh
Ask
oh.
me.
Oh, what do you I was like I was just trying to think which one was Lemonade, but I liked Lemonade. But what do
Yeah,
you think about
I
Lemonade?
I also really liked Lemonade, in spite of the fact that it's an album written by a black woman about the experience of marital infidelity from the perspective of a black woman married to a multimillionaire. I can relate to zero of those things.
Yeah, but you can
You know what I
still
mean? But
appreciate
like,
the art for
but
what it
like,
is.
I still enjoy it. I'm still able to recognize like the nods to those various subject positions that Beyonce embodies. But at the end of the day, I could still really enjoy it. So I think that like it's not for me or it's not my like I
Yeah.
think that's dumb. I think that's letting people get away with making bad art. Um,
Mm,
so like a lot of people say, oh, whatever, I'm not 9 years old anymore. I don't have to like a Star Wars movie. And I guess it's true that you can grow out of it, but like,
but those are the real nerds. I feel like the people who give up on nerd their nerd hobbies are the real fucking nerds.
yeah,
I was literally just having this conversation the other day. Like, yo, you need to have hobbies, and
hobbies are important.
hobbies and special interests are so important. And
Sure.
what is the show if not that?
It is that literally. I mean, I want to put a bow on Star Wars. I want to be bigger than they ruined Star Wars for me. Like I want to be bigger than that, but fans of the podcast know I keep track of how many times I watch my movies every year. I think I've watched maybe one Star Wars movie this year and maybe two last year. Is
Mm,
it because the sequel trilogy sucks? Is it because I'm busy and have a toddler? But there's many, many factors.
the world may
But
never
I've
know.
been I've been busy in years when I've watched Star Wars movies 35 times. Like
Yeah.
so I don't
How do
know.
you feel about
I
How do you feel about Andor? Last Star Wars question. How do you
Oh
feel about
no, I
Andor?
love Andor. I can't wait for that to come back. And I'll end on a high note. Disney is churning out what I hope isn't another cynical made in a committee room by AI, screw art. We're making TV shows that test well.
We're hitting all
Um,
the keywords and we're
yeah,
hitting send.
right. But they have a new show coming out. It's called Skeleton Crew, and it looks to be an adventure show where the principal characters are like orphaned children, and they meet up with like a, I don't know if he's a Jedi or a mercenary or whatever, but Jude Law plays this like mentor figure to this gang of like weird kids and aliens, and
Yeah.
they go on adventures. People are saying that it's like Goonies in space.
I was gonna say it kind of sounds like Star Wars X-Men,
Yeah,
but kind of cooler instead
more
of
less X-Men, more like Goonies or Stand by Me, but or Sandlot. So it looks fun.
Sandlot, but with
It,
Sandlot, but Star Wars.
Space baseball. And it looks fun. I'm gonna give it a try, and I would go as far as to say I'm like optimistic that it might be good. And since season one of Andor finished, I have not went into a Star Wars thing optimistic.
Can I
And
tell
that's my very roundabout way of saying I loved Andor and I am breathlessly awaiting season two.
can I tell you my Star Wars take that probably won't surprise you?
I wish you would. And then I'm going to do a 3 degrees of separation between you, me, Star Wars, and Kanye West.
Okay. I think my favorite pieces of Star Wars media are as follows.
Let's
Top
go.
three: Spaceballs, Thumb Wars, and that
What was the second one?
Thumb Wars.
What's Thumb Wars? Like this? Like just
Like this. So it's a remake of I don't remember which Star Wars, but all of the characters are thumbs and they're
link that in the show notes.
like oh,
I will
definitely.
link that in the show notes because it's my show. I'm the host.
And there's definitely well, I mean there's multiple thumb movies. There's Star Wars. What's Franken Thumb? There's like multiple thumb movies.
And
And then
this is like a guy on YouTube doing this.
oh yeah, this is like early 2000s.
Spectacular.
Yeah.
Spectacular. I can't wait to see that.
Like is it no, I think it's Spaceballs where Yoda is like yogurt or something.
Yeah, played by Mel Brooks. How long has it
And
been since you saw that?
oh my God, so long. I
Do you have
couldn't
really fond memories of liking it when you were a kid?
Spaceballs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I give you a word of advice?
Don't go back and watch it. It doesn't hold up.
Because I, up until a few months ago, also had really fond memories of watching it like every time it was on TNT,
Yeah.
which was like 4 times a weekend every year.
Yeah.
Um, Yikes.
Yeah, I
Listen, I'm a guy that has watched Oppenheimer over 10 times. So this isn't an attention span issue. Could not even finish Spaceballs.
really.
Just unwatchably horrid.
Oh man, yeah, I'm definitely not gonna go back and rewatch it
Yeah,
then.
don't. If you're like, wow, it was fun. I loved watching that.
And then
Um,
the third top three Star Wars is um Force Awakens, the one where
The
they say
video game?
no, or
Oh, the movie that came out in 2015.
yeah, where they said Kanja in it. I was like, hey,
Kanja Club.
yes, that was good.
Tell that to Kanja Club. The character or the character that says that line, his name is Bala Teak.
Balatik. Does he play Jizz? Which
No,
is
but that's a really deep Star Wars reference for a guy for a guy whose top three Star Wars things, two of them weren't Star Wars. That's a deep pull, my brother.
what can I say? We contain
Politique might
multitudes.
be a fan of Jizz, but he is not in a Jizz band. And just so our listeners and viewers know,
No, if they
Jizz
don't
is the
know, if they don't
Jizz is
know,
the
they shouldn't be here.
Jizz is the genre of music that the Cantina Band plays in the first Star Wars film.
Yeah, see, I didn't even know the music.
Music break.
Speaking of music break, oh my god, this was actually what I was gonna reach for last when we recorded last and I got cut off. You're muted. You're muted.
The joke wasn't that funny, so I'm not going to repeat it.
Perf.
Even the dogs are shooting me judgmental looks for that one. That was a groaner.
Oh, I got no cat. I got no cat. No studio audience in here. But yeah, dude. Okay, so I needed to tell you this because
Spill it, skillet.
I have been going crazy. Okay, wait. So actually, let's start here.
Yo, there it is.
You know what
there
this
it
is.
Matt
You know,
Villani.
you know what it is. Something was telling me the other day to just put this on, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna do it. And I really hated it. I was really disappointed. I felt like the production wasn't that crazy, which I know is like a not popular take. There was like maybe two songs where I was like, okay, cool, I want to listen to this again. But I was really disappointed because I really wanted to listen to Doom. So I went in and I listened to Danger Mouse, which blew me away. I was like, okay, this is
Can I not to like well actually, but you're talking about the collab he did with Danger Mouse called Danger Doom.
yes. Yeah.
Yeah, that record goes crazy.
Insanely crazy. And that made me be like, okay, I'm not listening to Mad Villainy. Like I don't think that this is an LP. Like I think this is something I have to like listen to in full because of all of the skits and all of it. And I got that after, so I felt like Mad Villainy sucks. And after listening to Danger Mouse, I was like, no. But I think and so I wanted to like mention it to you because I feel like the context of how you listen to an album is something that we talk about so much.
Yeah, definitely.
Offline.
Definitely. Green room chats.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, Mad Villainy. I literally turned it off one day. I was like, this album sucks. And I was like,
let me rescue you from our hip hop fans. Have you
I'm not afraid of them.
on it, or are you still like you're like I know that I need to be in the like the issue is you, but you haven't solved it yet. Like where are you at with Mad
Yes, I'm more on the. Not to use your kryptonite, but I'm more in the latter than the former. I think that, well, I know it's me. I know I'm the problem, to quote Taylor Swift.
Who?
I don't know, right? That's her song? I don't know.
I don't
God.
know. Is that a rapper?
Yeah.
What are his songs like?
T Swizzle. you
Yeah,
know.
yeah. T Swizzle. I like T Swizzle's collab with Jay-Z on to the next one.
But so yeah, so I know Mad Villain is not me, not my bag, especially with how much I have not stopped listening to Danger Mouse.
Mm,
Like top to bottom, I think it's so cool. And I wanted to make my way back to Mad Villain,
nice.
but that leads me to this album, Czarface,
Czarface.
Inspect the Deck, 7L, and Esoteric.
Beautiful, beautiful album.
I've talked to you about this album, right?
I
I've
was
said,
with you when you bought it, I think.
were you? Okay, because I know you
Didn't
were,
you
I
or
know
was
you
it
were with me.
Mad Villain?
You were with me when we bought
Yeah.
this. When I bought this, I wasn't sure about this, but I've
No,
talked about this album
you're right.
so
You're right.
much.
I'm wrong.
Anyways, you could put that on a t-shirt. I would love.
Ugh, you wish.
So Czarface, again, like I said, insane album, very comic book heavy, very bar heavy.
Yeah.
The samples and the production are crazy. DJ Premier,
Mm,
yeah,
mm.
C2, Let It Off. Yeah. So like the production is insane. But before I could make my way back to Mad Villain, I found out that there's a Doom and Czarface album called I want to say it's Team Up. No, I think it's just Czarface meets Doom.
Mm.
And that, yeah, Czarface meets Metalface. And that, dude, my music backlog that I need to listen to is on par with people's watch and read lists. And this Czarface meets Metalface has completely
Jumped to the front of the line.
it's completely jumped the line and dominated the top 10. I literally was like, I think this might be my new favorite album. Like it's
Nice.
just it's everything that I want.
When you get off that, and you should ride that wave as long as you can, I think it's worth exploring the Danger Mouse extended universe.
Mm-hmm. Oh, is
'Cause
there more?
Well, he did a
Oh, Danger
lot
Mouse, the
of,
producer. I'm
yeah,
thinking.
well, I mean, and also music collaborator. Do you remember that song? You would have probably been in middle school or elementary school when it came out. Do you remember that song Crazy? CeeLo? Bump, bump, bump. I remember when.
Yeah,
I remember when.
that's
That so that
that's
that
Danger Mouse.
song. Well, yeah, that song is from a collab project called Gnarls Barkley, and the collaborators are Danger Mouse and CeeLo.
Mm.
And they had a 2 album run that was pretty good. Danger
Album.
Mouse made this like very cool kind of spacey like stoner synth pop record under the name Broken Bells. Oh man. Oh, that's a good ass record. I remember listening to that when it came out.
I love Black Thought.
Yeah, that's skip whatever 15 indie rock bands I've recommended in the last 6 months and go right to that record.
Dude, the worst
But
part is that I really want to like listen to them and give them the time, and then I'm like,
yeah,
I hear.
you would have, and that's okay. That's okay. You're gonna miss my whole Apple Music free trial.
Sorry. Okay, continue.
But yeah, Danger Mouse, just he's got a lot of really interesting collabs, a lot of really weird production stuff. He made actually kind of like low key the first hip hop record I got really into. He made a remix album of Jay-Z's The Black Album.
Did he do the White Album? Is that
the Gray Album,
The
which is a
Gray Album.
mashup of Jay-Z's The Black Album and the Beatles' White Album, and it's fucking phenomenal.
Gotcha. I didn't know that was Danger Mouse.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. Yeah.
dude. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
he's sick. He did a collab with Jack White. Lest we think I'm ever too far from home. Danger
no,
Mouse did a he did I don't know how much you would like this, but he did those old Clint Eastwood cowboy movies?
yeah,
And you know how
I
they have kind of famous soundtracks?
yeah, the spaghetti westerns.
Yes. Okay, good. So Danger Mouse and this Italian composer made a spaghetti western soundtrack for a movie that does not exist. And Jack White sings on a few of the songs.
What's it called?
It's called Rome.
Rome. Oh my
And I think
gosh,
I think it's
2011.
credited. Yes, yeah, I think it's billed as like Danger Mouse and Daniel Loopy present.
For
Yeah, there it is.
those for those who want to see what it looks
Yeah,
like
there it
on
is.
Apple.
Yeah, that's a great little record. It's a good thing to throw on when you're like editing or reading or just kind of spacing out. Yeah,
The
Danger Mouse
World
is sick. He's
with
cool.
Jack White, 2 Against 1. Yeah, he's on 3 songs. Oh my gosh, yeah. So I really wanted to. Oh, wait. While we're still talking on. I mean, we've wrapped it up, but this is Bird King. This
There it
is
is.
Bird King. Like, I just want to show you. Oh, perfect. It says Doom, Doom,
Mm,
but like not extremely detailed. But the colors are. I mean,
yeah,
like just some of the character designs are wild.
love it. Very unique.
Yeah, so it's just yeah, just crazy. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Cool.
I ne- I needed to share what I was reading and listening to right now.
I love
That's
that. I think
this is what I've brought to show and tell. I don't even know what show we're doing at this point.
we're doing my show, Missing the Homies.
So what where are we at? How are you feeling in the episode?
Like this episode right now.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. I like do you like graded or how like it's kind of a big question. How am I feeling? Uh,
Sorry, I just watched Office Space and or oh no, he says what's happening. So
oh yeah.
what's happening?
Good movie. That movie put the Fat Boys on the map for white people.
That was the Fat Boys?
Mhm.
That was on the soundtrack? Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. I thought it was Scarface.
Damn, it feels good to be a gangsta.
That's the Fat Boys? Oh my gosh. I
Is
I mean,
it?
I don't know. I'm not saying you're wrong. I
Time
didn't
for some
know.
half-assed internet research.
I that would be a perfect time for like
Ghetto Boys.
the Ghetto Boys. Okay, yeah, I was like I could have swore it was Scarface.
I think it's important that we were both kind of wrong there.
I said Scarface. Scarface is in the Ghetto Boys.
Yeah, but Scarface isn't the Ghetto Boys, bitch.
We knew they were the boys.
There were boys involved.
Yeah. No, you don't have to rate this. It was
I'd give it a B minus.
hell yeah. What do you think it's missing?
The homies.
Oh.
No,
I
I
don't
don't know. I'd give it. I don't. Maybe a C minus, D plus, a D maybe.
see. I normally rank these after while I'm editing based on the vibes. So, you know, just text me my grade after.
Well, what grade do you think you got?
I brought a lot to show and tell. I feel like I
Just
feel
say the letter. Say the letter.
okay. One thing about me, I like to be humble
Say the
and,
letter.
and realistic. A plus.
Lower.
That's what I
Lower.
think.
Lower.
Fine.
Say it.
A
Lower. Lower.
D F.
Nuts.
I'm so sorry. I said
Hey,
F too
am I
quick.
a chef? And are you some hot dogs? Because I just cooked your ass.
You should have said, are you the 7-Eleven broiler? Or am I the 7-Eleven broiler and you some hot dogs? Right? Do they cook in there? Who cares?
I I don't. They're not. It's not real food, so I don't think cook is the verb to describe what happens to
Reheat.
them.
What else
They
you got
just
going?
stay
What else you got going on today?
playing Magic the Gathering this eve with the homies.
Same.
Yeah, super cool.
Who are you?
Grading, just getting grading done. Semester's over next week, so I'm just I'm gonna my screen time because you have a MacBook, right?
Yeah.
So screen time. I don't know if I did something wrong when I was setting up my phone or whatever, but like it counts screen time for both my computer and my phone in one space, and it
Hmm.
doesn't account for idle time. So if my laptop is open, the screen time clock is cooking. So
Yeah.
like yesterday I had 15 hours of screen time.
Whoa.
And it was like I was
That's a light
grading. I
day.
was like like I just had my laptop open. I wasn't like, playing Minecraft for 15 hours. I was only playing for 10 hours and it was Slay the Spire.
So you're getting some offline time in tonight.
Yeah,
Who are
for
you playing?
show.
Are you playing 60 card or are you playing Commander tonight?
I think we're gonna play Commander because our fifth is under the weather. Shout out to Paul. Get well soon. So we'll
Sending
probably
you the
play.
best vibes, Paul. You should send
Paul's
Paul
a good
this.
dude. You would like Paul a lot. Paul is a. I should have him as my guest next month. Paul is dope, dude.
I
Um,
thought you were gonna say next week. I was like, whoa, fuck.
I mean, next week is sort of almost next month. Time is flying. But anyway, I think we'll probably play Commander. And Daniel, shout out to DM Daniel. He
Shout out,
got
Daniel.
one of those Duskmore or Dusk Moon um
Duskmorn.
commander decks that
Hmm.
has the Nemesis variant where it's 3v1 or not
Oh,
or arch enemy or arch, I don't remember what it's called. It might be like arch enemy or arch nemesis, but
yeah.
the precon came with like a special rule set where
That's
um
super cool.
yeah, so I know he's been really wanting to play that, and this is a deck that he bought, not a deck that he proxied, so he really wants to play it. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah. Have you played against any of the Duskmorn cards yet?
yeah, he played I don't
Have
yeah,
you
he
tried?
played that deck,
Have you
but
seen
like
the rooms mechanic?
no.
The rooms are crazy because so I played against a guy at our um at my local game shop on yeah, that's what the mute's for on
That was for the
Halloween.
ladies.
And this guy was playing a Duskmorn deck and it was all enchantments like this rooms and he played one and it's like once you have 8 doors unlocked you win, so he like it was a really cool deck, so I'm interested to hear how the arch nemesis system works because I
Yeah,
didn't.
I'm excited. I mean, we've talked about this off pod, and I mostly say this as a joke, but it's like I'm experiencing what DJ Khaled would call suffering from success, where I introduced this group to Magic the Gathering, and it absolutely
And me.
it. Well, you're a whole other thing, but
Yeah,
it
I bought a
sunk its
printer.
yeah, yeah. You really did take it to a whole other level.
I had a full mental breakdown and bought a printer. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's
And
fun.
and you're just like, guys, I
Yeah,
want to play
like
Dominion.
Paul hopped in the chat this morning. He was like, "Hey guys, I'm not going to beat this cold. I'm just going to sit out tonight." And then Daniel, sort of our consummate leader, is like, "Well, should we just call it quits and get together after Thanksgiving, or
Yeah.
you guys want to do board games or whatever?" And then Ian,
Or
all it
whatever.
takes is one voice. Ian popped up and he was like, "I just built another commander deck." I'm like typing, ooh, I could teach Slay the Spire, and just I see that
Yours.
message. I'm like, delete, 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 delete. Okay. Guess I'll play my fucking mill deck again, bitch.
That's so funny because you're just like, it's like I any board
We
dominion.
could do, we could do.
Never
Did you
mind.
guys ever hear of another card? I'm like the youth minister, but instead of making jokes about Jesus, I'm like, another card game that involves drawing and discarding,
You know what else is
Dominion.
cool? You think magic's cool. Wait till you hear about Dominion. That's you. Um, hell yeah.